Hello guys, welcome back to this video lecture series on Android application development. Today we'll be learning about the Android architecture. So let's start. So the Android operating system is actually a stack of software components which is roughly divided into 5 sections and 4 main layers as shown in this slide. The 5 sections are first the Linux kernel at the very bottom. Just above that, there are associated libraries and Android runtime. Above these libraries and runtime, we have the application framework. At the very top, we have applications. Now, let's know a bit more in details about all these sections of Android architecture. So, the first sectional layer is the Linux kernel. At the bottom of the layer is this, or more specifically Linux 3.6, with approximately 115 patches. This Linux kernel provides a level of abstraction between the device hardware, and it contains all the essential hardware drivers like camera driver, keypad driver, and apart from these we also can have Bluetooth driver, Wi-Fi driver, USB driver, and many more. Also, the kernel or the Linux kernel is really good at taking the pain out of interfacing to peripheral hardware. Now comes the libraries. On the top of Linux kernel, there is a set of libraries including open source web browser engine WebKit, well-known library libc, SQLite database, which is a useful repository for storage and sharing of application data. The libraries manage all sorts of features of Android, for example, graphics, databases, and encryptions. And some of the existent libraries in this layer to be said are Surface Manager, SGL, SSL, FreeType, SQLite. And lastly, to say about these libraries is that OEMs or manufacturers can customize these drivers in the libraries. Now, when we talk about libraries, we must also know about the Android libraries. This category encompasses those Java-based libraries that are specific to Android development. Some key core Android libraries are, for example, Android.app. This provides access to the application model and is the cornerstone of all Android applications. Then we have Android content that facilitates content access, publishing, and messaging between applications and application components. Like these, we also have Android.database, Android.opengl, Android.text, Android.os, which provides applications with access to standard operating system services, including messages, system services, and inter-process communication. We have many more core libraries available in these Android libraries. Now, after the libraries, let us come to the Android runtime, which situates at the very same layer along with the libraries just above the Linux kernel. So this section provides a key component known as Dalvik virtual machine, which is a kind of Java virtual machine specially designed and optimized for Android. The Android runtime also provides a set of core libraries which enable Android application developers to write Android applications using standard Java programming language. The application framework layer provides many higher level services to applications in the form of Java classes. Framework has modules for controlling all the different components of your Android apps. Now, the Android framework includes the following key services, such as the Activity Manager that controls all aspects of the application lifecycle and activity stack, content providers, which allows applications to publish and share data with other applications. Resource Manager provides access to non-code embedded resources such as strings, color settings, etc. The Notification Manager allows applications to display alerts and notifications to the user properly. And lastly, the View System is an extensible set of views used to create application user interfaces. And now coming to the last layer that situates at the very top of the Android architecture, that is the application. We will find that all the Android applications are at the top layer, and the user may write his or her application to be installed on this layer only. Each version of Android has been delivered with an expanded set of included apps, but at minimum every version of Android has had a home, browser, contact, and phone, and a very few other things. Well, the Android apps are made of few components such as activities, represent user interface screen, widgets, manage display and user interactivity, services that perform background jobs, and broadcast receivers that react to the system messages. So this was the main 5 component layers of the Android architecture. Thank you for watching this video and staying with us. See you next time.